So we're continuing with the power smash today. To review last session, we've got the 3 types of feet positioning. We've got keeping both feet on the ground. We've got jumping off of our back foot. And we've got the jump smash off of 2 feet, down, up, hanging in the air, and down. Today is all about the forehand, focusing on the power smashes straight down the line from the forehand side, as well as cross over to our opponent's right side of their court, and something we haven't mentioned yet, the smash down the middle, which is a killer shot for singles and doubles. For doubles and mixed doubles, we need to be able to do these smashes all along the court, because depending on how our opponent's defense is set up, we want to be able to find those holes and be able to put the power in an accurate way. So when we talk about the forehand, I wanted to share with you a story of one of my students who had a breakthrough moment when we were working on this exact thing. It was the forehand power smash. And a lot of times with guys, they feel that there's no need to turn in the forehand side because men have a lot of upper body power. So they can get away with using their shoulder and arm power without opening up to the side and using their full leg, hip, and core power. So this student of mine was hitting some pretty good shots, staying square. But finally, after many attempts, finally he agreed, okay, I'll try it. I'll try the power smash turning and using my entire body power as we talked about in the last sessions. And the results were amazing. He had a hard smash before, but now it's like incredible. And his game has taken off since then. His willingness to try new things has opened up. He's established more trust with me, and he's recently qualified for the World Masters Championships. So I'm really proud of him. And it's another point to emphasize that be willing to challenge yourself and to push your comfort zone. Of course, when we're beginning, everybody, it feels good to hit like this. Everybody likes that. If you put a racket into a little kid's hand, they're gonna just try and do that to connect with the bird. But as you evolve as a player, you need to grow and challenge your comfort zone. Start opening up, extending your racket, reaching up to the bird, and that's how you develop into the most all-rounded player you can be. Even the professional players, I can tell you from experience, badminton is never ending. You're continually building your game and working on new things. Even for Lin Dan, even for Peter Gade, even for anyone at the recreational level, that's the beauty of our game, is that it's constantly flowing and you can play it your entire life. So now let's get back to the forehand. So it's really important that we open up to the side on the forehand so that we get that body power. It's a risk on the forehand that people don't open up because you stay square to the net and you can still hit it. Whereas on the round the head side, when we get to the backhand side, then you absolutely have to turn in order to get the movement there. So the forehand is a little more challenging for most people. So it's important that you emphasize getting that twist so that you open up your hips and you get that arm back and the extension so that you can access the power coming through. So let's take a look. I'm going to hit some forehand smashes straight. So those were the forehand smashes down the line. You'll notice that I didn't put the X as my target directly on the line, and that was on purpose because you don't want to aim dead for the line because then you don't allow for any margin of error. Even a former top player needs to add margin to their target zone. That allows for a plus and minus range that's going to keep the shuttle in even if they're slightly off their target. So that's a really important point for any time, not just with the power smash, but for any of your shots. Another thing that you will have noticed is that my follow through would have continued directly down the line where I'm hitting. The racket head for the shots is like a steering wheel. If you're driving your car, as soon as you turn the steering wheel this way, that's the way the car is going to go. So it's the same with the racket head. If I turn my racket head this way, the shuttle's going to go that way. If I turn it this way, the shuttle's going to go that way. So for the straight shots, and in particular the power smash, you want to line up the shot straight. So your strings are going to hit flat and then continue following through directly down the line. Straight. Straight. Let's watch a few more and really focus on my racket positioning, following through straight and then relaxing. And you'll also notice that after I hit, after I complete the shot, I don't linger with my smash, with my racket down low. I bring the racket up and prepare for the next shot, because you have to count for the fact that the smash is going to come back. If it doesn't, great, but probably it will, and you want to be prepared for that against a strong opponent. Okay, so that is the forehand smash down the line. Power smash straight down the line. You'll notice how my racket head was following through. The accuracy is there because I'm moving the target slightly away from the line. Now let's talk about the cross-court smash. So we talked about the steering wheel. So if my steering wheel racket head is facing straight, then I'm going to follow through straight. When it comes time to redirecting the power smash, if I want to go cross-court, then I need to turn the steering wheel to follow through cross-court. But not only do I turn my steering wheel, I have to make sure that my entire body setup is going to follow across the court and following my body cross-court. So that means my preparation needs to be different. If I'm going to hit cross-court, I need to adjust where I plant my feet, and I need to make my body a little bit more on the outside of the shuttle so that I'm hitting through more on my left side of the body. So my target arm is a little over to the left so that I'm rotating across the shuttle and down. So for the straight, I'll be square to the side, target arm up, going straight. For the cross, I'm going to take a little bit more distance to get behind the falling shuttle, and then I'm going to have space to rotate even more and hit straight with my racket head and follow through the shuttle across to where I'm going to hit. Let's watch me try a few cross court. So what I love about the cross court is that you can get even more angle because of the net allows for a little tighter of a shot. So that's really great for increasing the angle. Now, another great shot and often underused power smash placement in singles and doubles, but I love it for singles, is the power smash right down the middle to my opponent's base down the center line. Now, the reason that's such a great shot is because it can startle your opponent. In singles, we get so focused on covering all the sides of the court that we forget about actually covering the fastest shot that might come right at us. So throw that in and see. I bet you'll see that it'll startle your opponent and maybe give you some easy points, or at least maybe an error will come off of it, or they'll give you back something to the net that you can build on. And the benefits of the smash down the middle is also that you take away the angle of the reply. Your opponent doesn't have as much to work with when you smash right at the middle, because the shuttle has to come back to a less of an angle to the front court. Whereas if I smash down the line, then I expose the whole other side of my court. Same with the cross court, then I allow for a quick reply that's going to make me the one running very far distances. So once you feel comfortable hitting both the straight forehand power smash as well as the cross court power smash, and all in between for doubles and mixed, including down the middle, then we mix it up and we try and get that similar feeling of preparation for all of the different power smashes from the forehand side. So now I'm going to hit some to all the different spots. So as I mentioned, it's really important that you think of making sure your preparation for these shots are the same. Even though I'm getting a little more behind it for the cross-court smash, I need to camouflage so that my opponent doesn't get any clues from my body language where I'm going to be hitting the smash. And my opponent won't notice. If I'm a little bit more over or I'm a little bit more behind, they won't notice that. But what they will notice is if I open up too early and show that I'm maybe going to be hitting straight, or I turn too soon that I'm going to hit cross court. So it's important that you keep that steady position for no matter which power smash you're hitting, and only reveal at the end, at the point of impact, which direction you're going to be hitting that shot. So I love the power smash from the forehand. I'm excited to give you this assignment. I want you to, with your training partner again, I want you to start out hitting 5 sets of 8 smashes down the line, and feel free to put some tape on there. Just put some sports tape down as a marker and see if you can practice your accuracy with that, but don't put it right on the line. Put it about a foot in from the side of the line and about, I'd say, 4 racket lengths back from the short service line. If we're measuring 1, 2, 3, well, 3 is probably enough. Put it 3 racket lengths back and about 1 racket length in from the singles line, and that's a great target. Same thing on the cross court. So you've got 3 sets of 8 smashes straight, then 3 sets of 8 smashes cross court from your forehand. Then I want to see you do 2 more sets of 8 where you're mixing it up. 1 forehand, 1 back, 1 over to the cross court. 1 straight, 1 cross court. And then the last 2 sets, you can do random. Anywhere, the middle, straight, cross, just play, have fun with it. Make sure that you're feeling like you're camouflaging all the shots so it's coming from this exact same positioning. That's really important when we talk about trying to be deceptive in your shots, okay? The power smash is not only about power, it's also about deception. It needs to look the same. So great work. Until next time, step your game up.